on the subject of taking vacations. I'm going to say it first, and I'm going to explain it. It'll sound like I'm making excuses for you to take vacations or for me to take vacations. But reality, when you own a business, you work a lot. You don't go home at 5 p.m. and take your worries and just leave them at work. You keep working on them. If you have emails, you're responding from home, you're doing book work from home, then you go first thing in the morning to open the place, and if there's an alarm in the building, you're running at the middle of the night. You're working 24/7. So taking a vacation is a critical part of being able to keep this thing going. Otherwise, you become very stale. When you take a vacation, it could be as simple as, if you live in Cleveland, go an hour west, there's an island called Kelly's Island. Have you been there? Take a car. You can take a car across on the island for like 60, 70 bucks. Announcement. You, your spouse, and children can go and have a nice day on the island. Or just maybe you and your spouse. Go get refreshed, rejuvenated. Take a look at a different scenery. Ideas will start coming to you. The idea of Kaboom pages came to me on a trip down to visit our daughter. The idea of marketing it a certain way came to me at another one. This entire series on how to create businesses from scratch, how to market them, how to do everything, I've done down here while I am on, quote, vacation. I do a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Precise work. I could take a project, work on it for 2 hours and not worry about someone interrupting me and saying, hey, I've got a fire over here, could you help me put it out? And I'll go, hey, I'm 1,200 miles away, I can't put it out. So they figure out how to live without you, don't worry. And even if you're a one-man show, you know, make time for vacations. So that's all I'm going to say on the subject. Well, no, I'll say a little bit more. Vacations let you spend time with your family, which is missing you 24/7 practically. Let you connect with your spouse. It lets you see your children if you have children. But most importantly, a vacation lets you see what other people in your category are doing, and in all of the categories. You know, you see someone in a different city displaying a sign differently. You walk in, you see how their showroom looks. I used to do that all the time. Up till about 1992, I started my business when I was 16. In 1992, I built a pretty gorgeous facility, had automotive business, 12 locations. We ran them for 25 years very successfully. But up till 1992, I've been in business for 5 years or even more than that. I hadn't really begun to take vacations. We opened the door 84. For 7 years, I hadn't taken hardly any vacations. A friend of mine came and said, why aren't you doing that? And I said, well, I'm waiting until we get busy and I have staff. And he says, that's never going to happen. And you know what? Now I have hindsight. It never got easy. There was never a moment where you could say, right here, I could take a 2-week off. It was never. You had to make it. Everybody scrambled. The place sometimes, you know, felt like you want to tear your hair out, but I pretty much try not to stay in touch back with the office. They've got something going on. I want them to be able to handle it on their own. And when I had a lot of staff, you really got to learn, if you have staff, to trust those staff, hire the correct staff and so forth. But if they're not worthy of running the show when you're not there, you probably didn't choose the right people. So, and they want that opportunity. When you're gone, they love to show you in 2 weeks to 4 weeks period by time you come back that, hey, we did just fine when you were gone and we're so glad you're back because that was a lot of work. I mean, that's pretty much what they're going to discover. And you thank them for letting you have the time off and come up with good ideas, come up with good designs, come up with good concepts, change the way you're doing something. I decided to change my entire way of approaching things when I finally slowed down to think, what is it I do? You know, is it that I'm technically gifted and I could do websites and I can do electronics really good? No, that's not what I do. What I do is promote, okay? I kaboom my business. I used to have a word for it, kabooming the business. It's everything. It's marketing, it's PR, it's presence, it's curbside appeal, it's trade shows, it's brochure design, it's color picking, it's logo picking. These videos I've made at kaboompages.com for how to start a business and how to get it going. Go to kaboompages.com and be sure to subscribe. I'll send you all new episodes as they come out. Anyway, I'm very excited you're listening to this series. Please take a lot of vacations. I hope this lengthy take vacations video isn't going to bore you, but these are the reasons I took vacations, and I think so should you. Okay? It'll make America better if we relax a little bit between the hard work. And we'll work a lot harder that way because we're being rewarded. Okay, now this got really long. I'm going to cut a really short version. So if you want to look for the short version, it's here somewhere on the page. And I'm going to upload both.
And I think when it's
God
working,
bless you.
you get that stop sign.